You know those moments when family drama feels like it belongs in some Netflix series instead of your actual life? Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me this year. And I swear if it didn't happen to me, I wouldn't have believed it. So picture this. I'm hanging out at my grandma's pool, chilling with my siblings and cousins, having the most perfect drama-free day in months. Sunshine, splashing, laughter, the kind of family moment you actually want to remember. But of course, when you've got an aunt like mine, peace never lasts long. Let me back up a bit so this makes sense. I'm the guy in our family who somehow keeps getting dragged into messes I never asked for. I've got a cousin, Chris. He's 13, and for years he's been the source of chaos at every single family gathering. Not just the normal teenager stuff. I mean, this kid has hurt other cousins, thrown tantrums, gotten physical. And the worst part? His mom, my Aunt Lucy, refuses to admit anything is wrong. In her eyes, Chris is a perfect angel, and the rest of us are just picking on him. Now, when Easter rolled around, I organized this big egg hunt for the little cousins, like 6, 7, 8 years old. It's become kind of a tradition, something I put a lot of effort into. And I made the decision not to include Chris. Not to be cruel, not to embarrass him, but because he's too old, and honestly, he makes it unsafe for the little ones. Last year, he shoved one of them so hard, she fell and scraped her face. Enough was enough. Of course, Aunt Lucy flipped. She accused me of being a terrible cousin, of excluding her son, and every single problem since then she's tried to pin on me. Which brings us to this pool day. Grandma invited just me, my siblings, and a couple of the younger cousins. No Chris. Why? Because Grandma herself finally cut contact with Lucy and Chris after the last blow-up. She said she was done dealing with the drama. And for one afternoon, it was heaven. No shouting, no chaos, just kids playing in the water, and Grandma smiling from her chair like it was the old days. But the very next morning, my phone blew up, and not just mine, everyone's. Aunt Lucy somehow found out about the pool day, probably through my mom, since she's the only one who still talks to Lucy. And when I say she went nuclear, I mean it. She started sending angry texts, calling us names, accusing us of being heartless. Then she took it up a notch and actually called Grandma, threatening to beat her up for excluding her baby. Yeah. Threatened to beat up her own mother. When I heard that, I was done. But it wasn't just me. My Aunt Bella and Uncle Greg lost it. They tore into Lucy, telling her she was entitled, selfish, and that it was no wonder Chris acted out because he was being raised by someone who refused to set boundaries. Bella told her flat out, "You need help for you and Chris. Until you get it, don't expect us to be around." Lucy doubled down. She sent the entire family pictures of Chris crying, with captions like, "Look what you did, you made him so sad." Classic manipulation. Everyone blocked her at that point, except my mom. And then, as if on cue, Lucy zeroed in on me. "This is your fault," she texted. "If you hadn't excluded him from the Easter egg hunt, none of this would have happened. You're a shitty cousin." I stared at my phone for a second, shaking with anger, and then I let her have it. "You know what, Lucy? None of this is my fault. This is happening because you refused to get Chris the help he needs. He's physically hurt me and other cousins. Nobody wants to be around him because you won't step up as a parent. If you actually got him tested, got him some real help, maybe things would be different. But until then, don't put this on me." She fired back instantly. "Don't you dare tell me how to parent my child. You have no right. Back off and mind your business. I know what's best for Chris." That was it. I blocked her too. But of course, it didn't end there. My mom, her sister, called me later that night, and instead of having my back, she tore into me. "You disrespected my sister," she said. "You need to apologize. Family sticks together." "Family sticks together?" I snapped. Where was that energy when she threatened Grandma? Or when she called me a shitty cousin? Why am I always the bad guy in her story? I'm done being her punching bag, Mom. I'm done. The silence on the other end was brutal. Then Mom said coldly, "You'd better learn some respect," and hung up. Since then, things have been tense, really tense. Half the family is planning a secret Thanksgiving dinner at Grandma's house, one Lucy and my mom aren't invited to because nobody trusts them not to blow everything up again. And honestly, I'm dreading it. Because I know if Mom finds out, she'll tell Lucy and it'll be World War III all over again. I can't even describe the stress. It's like walking around with a time bomb strapped to your chest, waiting for the next explosion. And here's the thing. I don't hate Chris. I actually feel sorry for him. He's a kid who desperately needs structure, therapy, guidance, something. Instead, he's got a mom who uses his tears as weapons and shields him from the very help he needs. That's not love. That's sabotage. The part that keeps me up at night is this thought. What if he never gets better? What if this just keeps escalating until he's not just hurting cousins, but someone else? And then what? Will Lucy still send us pictures of his tears, blaming everyone but herself? I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm exhausted. And for anyone out there who's been stuck in the middle of family drama, you know the toll it takes. You try to be the peacemaker, but eventually you realize there's no peace to make. Some people don't want resolution, they want control. And Lucy, she wants control. Over me, over Grandma, over the narrative. And I'm not playing that game anymore. If you've ever had to cut someone off for your own sanity, hit that like button right now because I need to know that I'm not the only one who's been through this. The lesson in all this, sometimes family sticks together isn't the right answer. Sometimes family can be toxic, and sticking together just means drowning with them. And I refuse to drown. So this Thanksgiving, I'll be at Grandma's. I'll eat turkey, laugh with my cousins, and try to enjoy the people who actually make me feel like family. And Lucy, she can keep her drama, because for once, I'm not letting it ruin my life. And if you want to hear more real stories like this, ones that remind you that your family might not actually be the craziest one out there, make sure to subscribe. Trust me, there's plenty more where this came from.